Dudes and babes, welcome back. My name is Teo. Today we're going to talk about research papers, and I hate them. They suck. If you're anything like me, you're in college and you have writing classes, writing intensive classes, and you have to do papers. And when I tell you there's only like 3-4 weeks left in the semester, I have a billion papers. This is written on a food planning planner. I bought it at Target for like $4 on clearance. This is for food planning. It says like the thing says like. I mean, endless possibility. I don't know why I thought it was just a regular play. It even said, I'm blind. Anyway, back to the research paper thing. So, the idea of a research paper, it seems kind of daunting. But, I'm a pretty good writer. When I get in the flow of it, I could just tear through a paper. Not a problem. However, the process of assigning a research paper sucks. And here's why. I'll start with number one. The usual culprit is, this will be due at the end of the semester. Never tell a college student that. Because you know what's going to happen. I'm not going to do it right now. You're not going to do it right now. 2 weeks left in the semester. Holy crap. There's a freaking research paper due. And then you still don't do it. You still have to wait another week and then the urgency kicks in. And then you do it. But yeah, they'll do this thing where it's like these updates where it's like, "Oh, every 2 weeks you kind of show what you're doing on your paper." And while that's really annoying and tedious and I hate doing it, it keeps me on track and I like it. But majority of the time they'll say this is due a week before the semester's over. Have at it. Do what you got to do. And that is the worst thing you do for someone who's 17 to 24 or whatever, That's not like a fully functional adult. Number two, let's just talk about like the page requirements. I think at least 2 of the papers I have to do are 8 to 10 pages. Not including cover page, which I'll get into in a second. 8 to 10 pages of information? Are you kidding me? What? I'm going to just give you verbal opinionated garbage backed by some facts I found online. That is an absurd. Are you really going to sit there, read 100 papers that are 10 pages long? That is 150. No, that's 1,500 pages, not including cover page. So I can't even imagine, like, if I was a teacher, I have one teacher that has, like, he's like, listen, you don't do APA, you don't do any of that shit. Just give me a paper of a couple of pages and I'll read it and that's it. That's goated. That's so goated. I guess that brings me to APA. What the fuck is APA? I don't know. It's not MLA. It's 2 completely different things. I'm sure there's some other ones. CPA, KFC, CFA. There's probably a bunch. The idea is, you format it in the way so the people get their credit, which I'm not, I'm not for plagiarism or anything. I'm not like, hey, let me just copy this shit. It's mine now. I'm not for, plagiarism. It's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, why the fuck does that have to be in such a specific manner? Dude, I slap the references with the links on the reference page, but if it's not an APA format, I lose points. Who fucking cares? It's there. It's like you click on the link. I didn't write the article. I didn't steal the article. If I just didn't put a source, that's one thing, all right? But I put the source just because it's not in the exact fucking format, molecule specifically placed, and then it's different from APA and MLA and all this. But it's all fucking the same. It's all the same shit. Citing is like the only reason, genuinely might be one of the only reasons I ever lose points. I'm losing guaranteed points every single time I upload a research paper because I get the fucking formatting wrong. It's not because I'm stupid. It's because it's so specific that even when I look it up and I go beat for beat on an example paper, I still get points off. And like, it's not like it's something you can just like learn, Eventually, I just want, even when I'm looking at the exact right example and it's wrong on mine, that's when I kind of lose my shit. So formatting, citing, I hate it. I get it. I understand it. It's a little too OD, but, fine, fair. You're going to do that. And the last thing, let's talk about where are you citing from? Let's talk about articles and journals. If you're, in a university, a lot of them will be like, use our library database. It has everything you fucking need. Definitely doesn't. No, it doesn't. It has one article that was written 58 years ago, and it mentions the guy's name for like a second. That's not what I need. I need whole ass articles. You see the topics you give me? I need a goddamn syllabus on the guy that I'm researching for. But if you're graceful enough to be allowed to find any source on the internet, the shit smear gets even worse. Because let me just take AI completely out of the equation. Because bottom line is there's a billion AI articles out there. Let's take that out of the equation. Let's calm down. You find yourself an article, and this has happened to me tens of times already. And you're like, all right, there's some decent information in here. And then you start scrolling. Continue reading. You're like, all right, fuck it, whatever. You hit continue reading, and then it's like, oh, you got to make an account. And then you're like, no, I won't. And then usually I just click out of the website. But if it's a really good article, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll make an account. I'll cancel it later, whatever. I make the account for Forbes. But then it gets me thinking, if my professor doesn't have an account to look at this link, why the fuck do I have to use this article? And that ultimately makes me not use it. But let's just say I made the account and I have an account with Forbes now. Great. And then it asks you to subscribe and you're like, why would I do that? It's like $1. Sure. Why am I paying it all for online information? But then if you don't subscribe on some of these, you can't see the entire article. Delete the account. Why are you even putting that out? What's the point of publishing something publicly if you keep it locked up behind a fucking paywall? That's ridiculous. That's like, well, I guess some people do that. It's like OnlyFans, I guess. But you kind of know what you're going to get with OnlyFans. With an article, it's like you get a sneak peek. Is a Forbes article like OnlyFans? Am I learning something right now? That is the worst when you're looking for articles and they make you subscribe to the fucking... I'm not going to go on Forbes ever again. I don't think. And I probably will. By next semester, I'm going to be like, I need a fucking research paper article again. And I'm on Forbes again. Why has it got to be so specific? Why can't I just write an essay on a topic from at least the course? I'll give you that. It's got to be from the course. Write an essay from the course. Get a couple sources. And why does the APA and the fucking MLA gotta be so on the nose? It sucks. Because bottom line, 99% of these students, ChatGPT. Not me. I'm a bit of a purist. I can't lie. I'm not priding in that. I don't give a shit what you do. I don't give a shit what I do. I like writing when I have a mind to go off. And I'm a little afraid of it being called for plagiarism. Not that I'm formatting it right anyway. So to anyone out there that's doing a research paper, I'm fighting the same battle, Good luck. This isn't like a gaming or a media topic or whatever I usually do here. I just wanted to talk about it. It is just, I'm in the shithole. I need you guys to pray for me. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. I think research papers suck. I get the value to society, but when you're giving it to a 17-year-old who doesn't give a rat's ass about the topic, he's not gonna write anything valuable. He's just not. And with that, good luck and God bless, guys. Peace.